Again, my point is, these are strangers to you. They're not your boys. They're not your cousin. I mean, if you do, I mean, the few people that do actually have a relationship with these players, if they're your cousin or your second uncle or whatever, if you actually do have a relationship with them, then I don't blame you for being like a hardcore ride or die fan of theirs. I don't blame you for being emotional and irrational when it comes to supporting them. But most of us just don't have a relationship with any of these players. None of us will meet them. None of us will have any kind of communication with them ever whatsoever. Because of that, they are not you and you are not them. Just because they maybe grew up, like maybe you happen to live in the same town and neighborhood where a certain player came from, that doesn't mean that that player is you or that you are them. The more you fall into that identifying with them mindset, the more irrational you become. Because like, if you do that with like LeBron James, then I can't imagine how miserable you must be, because LeBron gets hated on all day, every day by tens of millions of people. And if that's happening to him and you identify so closely with him, then you must feel like you're being attacked relentlessly all the time. And that has to be terrible. So instead of identifying with a certain team or a certain player to that irrational of a degree, just be your own player and have your own thoughts, want them to win, be upset if they lose, but not to an irrational degree. If you can't be objective enough to be able to understand when a team is probably going to lose a game because you're so emotionally, irrationally invested in identifying with them, then to me, I think that's a problem. I mean, you guys are seeing the comments I was getting on Facebook right now. All I said was, I don't think the Pistons are ready, and I don't think they're good enough yet because they're a new, young, inexperienced team. I don't think they can beat New York in the first round. That's all I said. I wasn't talking trash. I wasn't being irrational. I wasn't being extreme. I just said they weren't ready. It's very similar to how when Stephen A. Smith said Bronny James is not ready to be playing primetime LA Laker minutes yet. That's all he said. He didn't put Bronny down. He didn't talk trash. He didn't call him any kinds of names or anything. He just said he wasn't ready. That's exactly the same thing I said about the Pistons against the Knicks. And for someone to take that and say you're not a real fan because you don't think they're going to win the next game is completely irrational to me. And it's the irrationality that gets to me.